Soul Simmers, I want to recommend 3 packs I think would work really well with the Sims 4 Adventure Awaits expansion pack that's coming out on October 2nd. So the first pack I'd recommend is Growing Together, which is an expansion pack that came out in 2023. This introduced a new world by the name of San Sequoia, which is loosely based on the Bay Area in California, if you're familiar with that. It introduced 3 new systems to The Sims 4. It introduced family dynamics, which is one of 7 different family dynamics that affects the relationship between 2 Sims. So the family dynamic can be jokester, close, difficult, distant, permissive, strict, or supportive. And so that kind of affects what type of autonomous interactions 2 Sims will have between each other, and each family dynamic can be different. So the dynamic between the 2 parents can be different than the dynamic between the parent and child, and vice versa. Social compatibility is based on the traits that your Sim has and what traits they value in other Sims. And you can have a amazing compatibility, good compatibility, okay compatibility, or bad compatibility, depending on that combination of traits. And the milestones are different achievements that can happen in each life stage. So from infant on up, there are different milestones that your Sim can achieve, such as learning to walk, learning to crawl, having your first meal, getting a loose tooth, learning to ride a bike, graduating from high school, getting a job, like those kind of things. I think that's going to work really well with Adventure Awaits, because Adventure Awaits is going to be all about family gameplay. You can now send your family on various vacations, whether it's going to Camp Gibby Gibby, going to retreat and the wellness retreat, or going to the Love Highland. And so having that kind of compatibility will make it easier to make friends during these retreats, and just being able to have a family vacation and see how it plays out with the different dynamics. The second pack that I would recommend that plays really well with Adventure Awaits would be Parenthood. So Parenthood is an expansion, is a game pack that affects toddlers and up. So it comes with a new super parent aspiration, and depending on what you as the player decide to have your child do, and how you have the parent them as they move up the parenting skill, which is also new in this pack, they can obtain 1 of 5 character values. So manners, responsibility, conflict resolution, empathy, or emotional control. As they continue to level up their character values, as they grow from toddler up to teen, they may get a bonus trait when they become an adult. So if they have high character values, they'll have a positive bonus trait, and if they have low character values, they'll have a negative character trait. There's also childhood phases that come, temporary childhood phases that come with this pack. So your childhood phases may include picky eater, rebellious, mean, loud, clingy, I'm a bear, or distant. And so you'll have to navigate trying to parent your child as they're going through these different phases. There's also the ability to pack a sack lunch, and there's a whiteboard to set curfew. You're also able to temporarily punish a child if they're misbehaving, depending on your parenting skill level, which includes timeout and like giving them a stern talking to. I think that's interesting to play out, because now the new expansion pack Adventure Awaits seems to be heavily focused on children and sending them to camp, letting them make crafts, gain new skills like etymology and archery. I mean, it looks like we're going to have more generational gameplay with this new expansion pack. And so I think to make sure you're getting the most bang for your buck, the Parenthood game pack would be a great one to purchase. And then my third recommendation is going to seem a little out of character, but I would recommend Love Struck as the third pack that works really well with Adventure Awaits. The reason why I say that is because the Love Highland retreat, which is kind of mocking Love Island, if you've watched that show in real life on Peacock, is about finding love and playing these kind of elimination based challenges in that retreat. So finding love in The Sims 4, if you don't have Love Struck, is actually pretty easy. But Love Struck adds Cupid's Corner, which is an online dating app. Love Struck expansion pack also includes Romantic Satisfaction, which can slowly go down over time if you don't keep your Sims relationship going. So prior to Love Struck, once your Sim fell in love and got married, they pretty much stayed satisfied the length of the marriage. Now you have to actually work towards it, continue to do romantic gestures, or your Sim will start being dissatisfied in the relationship. Love Struck also introduced romantic dynamics. So your romantic dynamics could be unpredictable, strained, steamy, or wholesome, depending on how well your Sim interacts romantically. Now, romantic dynamics are exclusive to teen and up. So unfortunately, you're not going to have, I think it's either young adult or teen and up. So it's not going to really affect the younger Sims. But not everything is about younger Sims, although this new expansion pack seems to be heavily focused on giving kids more things to do, like rock, paper, scissors, imaginary friends, Camp Gibby Gibby, and things like that. It's not exclusively about younger Sims. Also in Love Struck, you have the Love Hotel, the new romance skill, and romantic, interesting costumes, and the vibrating bed. And of course, the new world of Ciudad and the Namorada. So I think these are the 3 packs that work really well with the new expansion pack that's coming out on October 2nd. So let me know in the comments below, do you agree with my 3 recommendations, or would you recommend other packs?